We had the Deputy Secretary to the Treasury open our workshop. Right after that, we had a few remarks from the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, who are key partners in this workshop, and I will repeat that they have played a very key role in the organization of this workshop.
What I learned, PPP should be inclusive in a way that we should include the civil society, the other stakeholder, private sector, and the others. That would make sense to achieve.
When we are thinking of whatever intervention that we are making, we have to make it as inclusive as possible so that we don't leave no one behind. So I think it should be the motto that we are following here. And obviously, it's good to think about the grand initiatives, but we also have to look at in terms of inclusive development. This is what, as the UN, we emphasize. We have a funding gap. You know, these are the figures that we are currently facing. That's between 68 and 108 billion US dollars. This is a funding gap. This is what we need to add more than what we are spending, not what we need to spend.
Stakeholders are very important people in our PPPs. We realize that PPPs need to adjust, and maybe we call it PPCPs, where they see that I'm trying to introduce means community. Therefore, I would start by saying the stakeholders that are very important are the communities within which we are going to put these projects. Right now, what we do is an outward-inward approach, where you have to go and find out what the needs are in the communities, and then come and do exactly the product or service that will answer the needs of the people.
If any project, right from the inception, right from the beginning, is transparently brought to every stakeholder, the planning, the implementation, the oversight role, the reporting, etc., I think there will be no such issues that can come.
I think the direction we have taken to, and we are taking today, is the best. It goes back to the PPP unit to really kind of work out a national strategy that will be able to reach every corner of this country, and looking at those critical stakeholders that must be brought on board first, who can act as champions, such that the effects, their training can trickle down to other areas, such that we can have inclusivity, and that's how we'll be able to bring everyone on board.
We had planned for more committees, a lot more, including, by the way, your colleagues on PAC. Because of resources that were available, we narrowcast it a bit. The thing of barazas is really the way to go. The plan we used for local government, we could only afford at that level. But wherever we've gone in the local government, we insist that the area MP is part of the political leadership. So we have 2 workshops at local government level, and those are deliberately intended. Because if you don't galvanize political leadership for an area, then you've missed the plot.
Projects originated by ministries, departments, and agencies of government and the local governments. They own these projects. What the PPP unit does is just provide them with support to develop the projects. If you do not engage the local communities, you have a problem developing your project. They can actually resist the project, and the project fails to take off. So you have to ensure that you engage them during the feasibility study stage.
During the pre-feasibility studies, please undertake a thorough assessment of whether that project can be undertaken as a PPP. Let us reduce some of the burden on government so that the private sector can come and support us.
Projects don't know political boundaries. The private sector who are here are looking for projects. They are not looking for a district. So it's engagement. Engage civil society, educate them, show them the benefits, try and step up the demonstration of the things you are doing. There are so many little things we can do to make these projects feasible and attainable.